Today I'm showing you Dark Client, which is a pretty unique client for Minecraft Java Edition. As you can see, I'm on their GitHub page right now. It is 100% open source, and this will be linked right down in the description below. You'll notice though, if you get here, that there are no releases. And the recommended way to use this is to clone the repository, build it yourself, yada yada yada. And I was thinking, you know what, I'll do that in this tutorial, but then I realized what my viewer base is, and I decided if you want to do that, highly recommended, just go through the README. It's quite extensive, takes you through the entire thing. You just need Rust and the JDK, I believe, and then you're basically good to go. But there is also a binary that you can download, and I'll show you how right now. So you can head over to the Actions tab at the top over here. Then you can select any of the, well, successful builds. So I'll just choose the top one because it's the most recent one. So let's click on that. And then you can scroll down until you find the artifacts section. And here you can find the build for Ubuntu as well as the build for Windows. I assume like 99.5% of you guys are going to be on Windows. We're just going to go ahead and download that one. So first things first, we're going to go ahead and start up Minecraft Java Edition. On their GitHub, it says that they support versions above 26.1 and below 1.21.11, those both being inclusive. So that's basically every version. I don't know how far down it goes, like if they support 1.8.9 as well. I'm not going to test it on literally every version, but that at least is a very good sign. I've just got Minecraft 26.2 here, latest version. Of course, the main thing here is the injector. You can go ahead and run this. As you can see, I already have it here, though if it isn't working for you, so hold on. If it isn't working for you, like if it's doing that, then right click and run as administrator. If you're wondering whether it's safe, it 100% is. The program is, of course, completely open source. Anyways, so you can verify it, right? It isn't like a 100% one-to-one correlation, but I mean, it's a trusted and all that. So basically, once you have the injector right over here, we can simply click on Inject Client. It should automatically locate the process. As you can see, it finds the correct game version as well, which is neat. So we can simply click on Inject. Now you'll notice that for some reason, the injector expects the agent loader.dll to be called libagentloader. If I find the time later, I'll make a pull request and fix this. Who am I kidding? I could never have that amount of aura. But if you're experiencing that issue as well, then simply rename this DLL file to libagent_loader instead of just the agent_loader.dll. And then you should be able to retry after renaming this one to libclient.dll2. There we go. And now it has successfully injected. You'll notice that a few different files are created. These are just for the process to help save stuff. So for example, if you make some keybinds, make a configuration and such, then close out of Minecraft and then reopen it in this same location. So with these same files here, in that case, it is going to go ahead and persist those, so it's going to keep them, you get the idea. You could also send your agent loader and darkclient.log or app.log, whichever ones of this one saves the config. I forgot, just send all three to any friend you want, and then they will automatically be able to use your keybinds, for example. But as you can see inside of Minecraft, Dark Client has been injected. So what's so special about Dark Client? Well, it's pretty unique. There is not necessarily very many clients like it, especially not ones that work on the latest version. As I said, I'm on 26.2 right now, and you can go all the way down, like very far. For the rest, of course, we can press on right shift to open up the clicked GUI over here. This brings up all the utilities that Dark Client, being a hack client, obviously have. has. Sorry, I would say it is definitely more on the Ghost client side. We don't have a whole ton of utilities, but for the other special things that Dark Client does, it doesn't necessarily have to have those, at least not in my opinion. Also, all of the core utilities, like the most really important ones, the most used ones, are going to be in Dark Client. So use it what you use it for. If you want a client with a million utilities, just download Meteor. But this is its own thing, of course. We can click on these to turn them on and click on them once again to turn them off, and right click for customization menus. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, right? You guys get that idea. For the rest, there's a few things up here. You can reset different things, both the UI and the settings, and there's a panic button here too. This is interesting because you can click on this to remove the client from your game, and you can actually do that and then re-inject the client into your game as many times as you want without having to restart. You can also use the injector to inject different modules or DLL files and such into your game too, which is pretty neat, all without having to restart, right? With that being said, there is not necessarily a whole ton more for me to talk about directly here inside of Minecraft, apart from, of course, right shift, right shift, right shift. There's still always comments I see about that, how to open the Click GUI. Well, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, just admire the client for what it is. It really is just technically impressive, but you don't necessarily directly notice a lot of that when you're just using the client as such inside of Minecraft. But I hope that justifies me making the video to you guys. If you liked it, then let me know down in the comments below, and if you didn't, let me know as well, and let me know what you would like to see instead. Anyways, for right now, thank you all ever so much for watching. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm kind of trying to whisper, but for some reason I decided to record at 3 AM again. Anyways, I definitely do hope to see you all again in the next one. Bye-bye.